Hey everybody, how you all doing? Widler Dave. Well, this ain't a carving video today. People are wanting to see some of my stuff that I make and how I paint. I haven't dry brushed none of this. Um, just been making all kinds of things. The other day I did this one here, and I didn't think it represented the tree that much. So I redrawed it, and there's one without the shoes on it. Haven't carved the hair for his beard. There's another one with the shoes, and I have to do the beard. He's gonna have a blue star.
I like the big one.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It's hard for me to be happy about stuff. So I drawed it bigger, and there's this one. I just carved out a few minutes ago. I've been doing all the painting. I drawed to fit, so this piece of wood was more narrow. I don't waste wood, so I just leaned the tree a little bit more, redrawed it. That's why my stuff is different. I just draw to fit. I don't throw them away. Just like the little scrap mice, I don't throw anything away.
What else we got going on?
Let's show them the stick. Oh, there's the stick. And it's not really a stick. Here's the snake.
Hold on. Where's his head?
Let me pick it up.
No, put it back down.
Okay.
Okay. Turn it. And that's a little birdie. And at the bottom we got a lizard. Turn it a little bit. There, then you can get all the lizard.
Yep. Now there's a story about this. This is not a stick. This is a 2x2 square board. I turned it into a stick. I carved all the knots and all the grain, but this is a 2x2. I made it, there's a knot. I took a piece of metal. If you see all these little marks in here, like little diamond, all these little marks, I took a piece of metal, a square piece of metal. I took a file and I filed a hex pattern in the metal. And I hand stamped every inch of this thing for hours. All the way up, everything, even the lizard and everything. I hand stamped it all. And then after I did that, then I added all the paint and everything. Tons of work in this. And I just carved this little weird dude on top.
Hi, weird dude.
Just a little weird, crazy little guy. But this is the stick. And it's not a stick. It is a 2x2. Let me set this over here because this makes me nervous having him out.
I see you got a pumpkin going on.
Yeah, that's a pumpkin. That was done at the show started. It was done with the hatchet.
What about this guy?
Well, this is another large gnome.
Oop, his nose fell off.
His nose. It's all done in pieces. It will come up here. The nose will actually go under here and everything. You got to carve the brim of the hat to the piece. And then I'm not done carving. I have to fit it. I have to fit all this together. I use knives and stuff. This is going to be the Tennessee one. It's going to be orange and white. It's going to represent our Tennessee. There's the board to hold it. The feet. The shoes. I have to carve all these. They'll go right in through here. And, it's just bulky right now because it's not fully carved. And I've still got to carve all of this in here. Carve the hat. Just a lot of little work in this. And I'll carve the shoes. And this will be orange and white. Our Tennessee collars here for the football teams and stuff. That's coming. I sewed the one that I did the hand-carved flower on it. Sewed it at the show. I'm carving another angel. I like doing the angels and stuff. And, I'm going to say this. And don't make fun of me, folks. La Boo Boo.
Mm-hmm.
All these kids are going nuts with this crazy thing called La Boo Boo. I don't know much about. My wife knows more about it. So we went to out the other day in Knoxville, and she showed them to me. I had never seen it, and So I'm looking at it. The prices are unreal, $50 and stuff. I Googled one, and I one about that tall sold for $850. There's no way in God I would spend $850 for a stuffed animal, but people do.
And I don't want him to spend that much on a stitch, even though I would want one. But that's money we could put somewhere else.
So this morning I'm sitting there on the couch thinking, I'm just gonna draw a little boo-boo and everything. So there's my version of a little boo-boo.
And he's only carving one, and it's mine. Just saying.
Sorry. I'm doing more of these.
Maybe.
Sell these. So she's got to go online and show me collars, because she said that it looks really like a little boo-boo. So if anybody knows what a little boo-boo is, then you know what I'm doing. You know, you can go on YouTube and find them.
They're so ugly, they're
There's
cute.
people showing these on YouTube channel and other things. So I just carved him, drawed him, carved all the little teeth in him. So now I've got to finish carving. And then I had some people here, and he's a carver too. He's an older gentleman. Gave him some sugar pine, and then I told him about some tricks in carving. I'm gonna tell you guys. And I just noticed one. I've got a flat line here. When you carve, take your carvings out. I carved this outside. Put them in a different light and look at your carvings under a different light. Maybe your house or whatever, because you'll see problems that you have missed if you put them in a different light. So I carved this outside, and I just brought it in, and I noticed right there, that's got to be carved. That's good, because I have it in a different lighting. Just look at them different, under different lighting.
Well, the one I want, every time I see one, it was all cloth. And I like the ones that are cloth with the little plastic face. But I couldn't find one. And they're always like $25 and stuff. So one of these days, I'm going to have to get me one.
But you know what's nice about my LaBoo-Boo? It will last a lifetime.
Oh, yeah.
Eternity. You know, anything handmade is 10 times better, folks. So, if you want a little boo-boo, draw you a little boo-boo. And they probably got coloring books out there now, and you can just take one of those. That's some of the best patterns, because carving, you don't need to put all the detail in. You just need the basic shape. Get it shaped and get it carved, and then you draw and add all your detail. Because, I don't know where it's at. I think I put it up. Hang on.
Yeah, because you were drawing flames for your friends.
Yeah. See, this is the little boo-boo.
I'm over here.
This was the little boo-boo. I drawed very early this morning.
And that's just flame.
I've been drawing flames. I flamed my bicycles. I used to build custom cars, and I used to paint my own flames on my cars.
Because I told them when we first got together, every time we go to a restaurant, he would draw flames. And then he goes, okay, your turn. And yeah, they wasn't pretty.
But I like my little boo-boo. Maybe I'll make small ones and I'll make me
Yeah, at work, I see them, they're hanging on their bags and their purses and stuff. And I'm like, I want one. But golly.
Yeah, well.
So maybe I'll get one.
Eventually, right now we're having wooden ones. Like I said.
All right, what we got over here?
Oh, just like I said, I'm finishing up these gnomes. I do have a young lady thinking about coming and learning how to carve the gnome doors, or stuff like that. Just random carvings. I do like 50 carvings at once.
Oh, that's an angel mouse.
Yeah.
What's that?
That's not my drawing. It was another man's, but he sent me the pattern. I appreciate it.
Ooh, look at that.
What'd you find?
Look at the
heart
pattern that's on this.
Yeah, the spalding that's solid cedar. And I love to carve hearts. You know that. That's just about it. I've got to finish this one up. I've got to get it done. I'm roughing it in. The hands on the heart. Stuff like that. This is carving and scrolling, because I did scroll the letters along this, and then I hand carved all the edges. It's two different forms of art. And then actually this is all carved. I got to set this in a little deeper and stuff.
That's why usually on some of his things I put hand carved and handmade, because it's both.
It is both. We don't want to mislead anybody. You know, and the thing about here in Tennessee, it doesn't pay, and I've said this before, it doesn't pay for me to do any really fancy carvings here because this is a tourist town. That means I got to have smalls, things that people will actually buy. You know, $10, $20. You gotta have little things, and so it doesn't pay for me to do any really fancy sculpture work anymore and stuff because I won't sell it. You know, and I try. This is, I'm retired, and this is what I do to make a few dollars and everything. And I just do the small, and then I like to teach everybody that you can be an artist and carver. You can start out small, and you can work your way up to large.
Oh, we also want to give a shout out to the new family we met at Dairy Queen on Saturday. They were a really, really nice family, and one of the daughters and their son draws.
Yep. And they liked us on there. They're super nice. They're from South Carolina.
And as soon as we told them about the YouTube channel, they subscribed right away, and that was awesome of them.
We appreciate that. We do. And always remember, DavePoston@gmail.com. Like I said, I'm tired of looking at my stuff. Send me your work. Send me your ideas and everything. And oh yeah, the lady that bought this, I am getting ready to send it out. I'm sorry I was a little slow, but I've had some health problems and everything. This is a lady's in Texas. I got to get it in a box and send it to you. I apologize. I've been, like I said, things have happened, ups and downs and ups. So I'm going to be getting it out. But remember, DavePoston@gmail.com. I appreciate, love everybody, and I will just talk to you later, and I thank you.
Thank you.